Good morning. Check my timer here. I have to share what happened last evening, because I feel like it's important. And that is, so I ate dinner 6:30, 6:45, 7. I got back here, and the previous day I had a really good session in the evening. What did I do? I did a little bit of more work on my laptop, researching some places here in Kuala Lumpur. And I think with that positive motivation or feeling, I came back and I was like, gonna be productive, or I'm gonna do some, useful things on my laptop until 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock hits, we're gonna go to bed. And I did. I did do some useful things. I backfilled some data on my finances spreadsheet, and then also added some stuff to my budget projections. And I think I'll tell you what ended up happening, and then I'll say what I think about it. So I ended up working on a laptop. 8 o'clock rolled around, and then I set a timer for, all right, like 10 minutes left. I just got to finish this. We're backfilling some data here. 10 minutes, good to go. That came and went, and then it got to be like 8:30, 8:40-ish when I finally wrapped up. And it pushed back my sleep by 25 minutes or so. It's not like the end of the world, but I think it was the lesson in that. One thing is, this has happened before, and I talked about it on a video. And I think the point I wanted to make was that it actually reminded me of what I talked about yesterday, which is that, and I can't tell if this is just like an excuse or not, but that, like, I have to accept that I won't, not in all circumstances, but in many cases, I won't just like learn a lesson and then completely change my behavior. Like this working after dinner, it hasn't been a hard rule for me, but I've done it before in the past, and there have been times in the past when I have worked after dinner and I have done this basically exact same thing. Like 8 o'clock rolls around, I should find the video. I think it was titled, I got called out for not working out. And that was a really interesting and influential evening. But anyway, besides the point. So, one thing is, who said it? It was, I think it was Alex Ramosi, or maybe I heard it from Alex Ramosi, but the quote was something like, we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. And I think that's true. And I think in the ideal world, you can learn something once and then completely change your behavior. But again, I brought this up yesterday. I think that's potentially unrealistic. But I don't know if that's just an excuse in my head, rationalizing that, like, oh, it's okay to make a mistake more than one time, you know? So, that was one thing I was thinking about. I'm not perfect. I feel like I have a good routine, but, you know, I think implementing more guardrails or safeguards is probably what would stop situations like that, like last night, happening again. Because, I mean, I've had 100% sleep score the past week, and last night, lo and behold, 97%. Like, again, it's not the end of the world, but I think it's just, you know, it's a slippery slope. That's all I'll say. What else? Today, or yesterday, marks the end, I'm calling it the end of my end of the year productivity optimization. I need to come up with a better name. It sounds so fancy, it's not. Productivity optimization work, basically just groomed my Obsidian workspace, and added some other useful things. Finished that, closed it out, created a task guide, some helpful tips for when I do this again next time, and then did some reflection on 2023 and looking into 2024, and then did some cleanup of my Google Photos. That doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're done. We're closed out. We finished. It is back onto the business venture path, working with bloggers. And today's objective is, I had a meeting with my brother yesterday talking about kind of direction, opportunities, reassessment, path forward, strategies, stuff like that. I think there are some interesting opportunities here, but yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Maybe I'll share tomorrow. If I make a decision today, I will share it tomorrow. But for now, end of optimizing productivity, and restart of back onto, I will say, maybe I'll say this. I sent 2 bloggers a free engagement report on their maps, and as well as some affiliate link usage, and both of them gave really good feedback, like really positive feedback, and that they would want to potentially continue working with me. And so that's a good sign. But maybe I'll tell you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.